All right, hello and welcome to this Week 12 matchup. We got Van's 8-2 Cowboys versus Tosh's 7-3 Browns. Interesting matchup. Van has had a very surprising year this year. He had a very off year the year before. Didn't really make a whole lot of moves, but I think the lack of abilities this season has really helped him. He's 8-2. He beat Jack, so that division, NFC East, is wide open for the most wide open it's been for years. For seasons, rather. On the other side, Tosh is 7-3. Still a good record. He'll probably get in the playoffs still, but he hasn't had a most successful season.
Yeah, and these are two teams that just a week ago, are kind of trending in an opposite direction. Van finally gets over the hump. He beats Jack 23-21 in a close game. That hadn't happened in a long time, so he's feeling good. And then, Tosh, after losing his first two to the Redskins and Broncos, who are good teams, comes back and wins 7 straight, but then loses an absolute head scratcher, 31-28 to the Eagles. So, these are just two guys kind of going in the opposite direction here after last week. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Cowboys coming off the big win and Browns coming off kind of that surprising loss.
Yeah, and what's really surprising about the Browns is that their offense, has been kind of towards the the bottom half of the league. They're only averaging 25 points a game. That's ranked 18th. Their yards per game is 314 total yards, which is 26. Passing yards 206, which is 29th. And their rushing yards has been their saving grace with 107, but still only middle of the pack at 15. It's been their defense that's been phenomenal. For only 15 points allowed, 225 yards, and first in pass rush defense and second in rush defense. It's been a crazy year for Tosh. I never really see a Tosh team that doesn't have a good offense, but they really just don't this year.
Yeah, and it kind of all starts and ends with Baker Mayfield, and Baker is not having a great year. He's 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Completion percentage is around 68%, which isn't terrible. But he missed a game. They had Donald Hearns in there, the backup. He really kind of struggled throwing 1 interception. So, the passing game isn't where it was in the past. Samuel's getting old, so they kind of got to rely on Justin Wright in that run game. But they're still good, and they play really, really good defense. So, it's really a battle here of two of the top defenses in the league.
Yeah, it is definitely a battle to the top defenses. Van has had a good defense as well with similar numbers. Before the game, I had a chance to ask both of these guys, if they had any kind of pregame quote for me, what their game plan was. Here's what Van had to say. He said, when my games are being broadcast, my only hope is to not embarrass myself. Then he also went on to say, Tosh knows me, 6-9 versions of Madden. I need to be the exact opposite of what I usually do.
Yeah, and Van's a very predictable player, and that kind of works to his favor, honestly. It's predictable, but he times things up really well when he's playing his game, and Van needs to get a lead early. Not have to throw the ball and really use that rushing game. And last time we saw him on XCFL primetime, he got out of his game early. He was throwing the ball all around, and that didn't work out well for him. So for him to come in this game, he needs to really have his defense play good and just pound the rock.
All right, so we are getting where they are down to the field. We're going to go there now. Cowboys are going to ball first. Josh Allen, the quarterback, hands it to Mills, and Mills is stopped immediately. Now, on the other side, Tosh, I had a chance to sit down with him, and Tosh didn't have many words for me. But what he did say is that he did mention that his offense has had issues. He needs to find some success on offense if he's going to have a chance in this. And I asked him, if he had a game plan for that. He said not yet. So I guess he's just going to figure it out. That's kind of what Tosh does. Didn't really come in with a game plan. We'll see how it works for him. Carl Mills gets the toe to the outside. Nice juke move. Mills with some space. 50, 45, 40, 35, and gets knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Nice start here as the Cowboys get a nice chunk run by Carl Mills.
Yep, and that's what they do, man. They got to get that ball on the ground. Mills makes plays when he's getting going. He's really hard to stop downhill. So, great start for the Cowboys on that one. And back to the comments by Tosh. I find it hard to believe he doesn't have a game plan. He doesn't have an idea. He's played Van many times, so I think he kind of knows what he's got to do in this game.
Yeah, he's got to know. He just didn't want to tell me, I think.
Exactly.
1st and 10. Allen, strong set here. Allen back to throw. Blitz is coming. Doesn't see it and gets sacked immediately. Loss of about 8 there as Wilson gets in there. Sorry, loss of about 7. A huge sack there. Drops him back to his 2nd and 17.
And that's tough. I think Josh Allen was looking to take a shot there. He had his eyes downfield. That was a 9-man blitz. He had his one receiver fullback out in the flat wide open. He might have ran in for a touchdown, but he just didn't see him. He was trying to take the shot deep.
2nd and 17. Mills in the backfield. Single back, a set. Allen back to throw. Allen with time over the middle. Finds his man Davis. The nice catch. Number 88, Davis. 88, a very historic number for the Cowboys. They got Michael Irvin, who is 88. I think they just, if anybody's seen it up in the news, CeeDee Lamb is being forced by Jerry Jones to be number 88 as well. But Davis here in our XCFL community making a nice catch there with that number 88.
Yeah, and they got some playmakers. Davis and Pondex, they're two young, 26 and 28-year-old guys, but they're good. They just make plays, and he's going to feed them the rock because they're the guys that go up and get the ball for them.
Allen back to throw to the outside. Nice throw there. Hits Trent on a key 3rd down, getting that 1st down. Josh Allen 2 for 2, and besides that sack, has looked pretty good thus far on this first drive.
Yeah, and that's why, hey, if Josh Allen can throw the ball well, this team's pretty scary also with that run game. So let's see. It's not usually his best. He doesn't really do great having to chuck it around, but he might be able to do something today.
Play action. Allen looking to throw, running out of time, throws it to the back of the end zone, almost intercepted, but a nice bat away by Alson. Lucky to get away with that one as Alson had that covered very well, trying to fit that in there to Davis. Nothing really open. And that's one thing that's gotten Allen into trouble is when he tries to take those deep shots that just aren't there, he has to kind of progress to being able to check it down when that's not open or take off. He doesn't really use his speed. We'll see if he can try and get past that blockade here. Allen back to throw again. Wait for that crosser. It clears out. There's Metcalf with a huge catch and a 1st down to the 7-yard line.
Yep, huge catch by DK there. DK was injured for a few weeks earlier in the year. They still won games without him, but having DK back is huge for this Cowboys team.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Nice little balance here for the Cowboys. Little run game getting them down the field. Pass game since then has gotten them to where they are now at the 7-yard line, but that running game has got to be able to punch it in here for them. Let's see what they do. Mills, bunch set to the left here. Hand off to Mills, up the gut. Mills with some space, gets tackled, but it's a little nice gain there on 1st down. Gets about 4.
Yeah, that's a really good 4-yard gain on 1st down. And now you're second and goal from the 3. Just keep giving it to the big boy. Let him get you in the end zone.
Yeah, keep giving it to Mills. He's been good for you this drive, and he's been good for you all year long. Let's see if they go to him again. Single back bunch again. Toss play to Mills. Mills to the outside. Can he get the corner? He does, and powers his way in for a Dallas touchdown. What a run there by Carl Mills.
Yeah, Mills showing off the speed to be able to get to the corner there and not get tackled, and then absolutely bowls over the Cleveland defender to score the touchdown. And what an opening drive by the Cowboys. Like you said, they threw the ball, they ran the ball, the big run by Mills got him down the field. They really mixed it up there. And if they can do that, this is a pretty scary team. And, good to see him off to a good start after having a last struggle on our last broadcast.
Yeah, definitely. He's had some issues when he's been broadcasted in the spotlight a little bit, but there, nice early drive, 9 plays, 75 yards, over 3.5 minutes of offense, and he gets into the end zone on a 2nd and goal. Pretty perfect drive for Van there.
Oh, yeah, you got to love it if you're him.
Now on the other side, this is where the Browns have struggled this year. It's been their offense that's really struggled. They have playmakers all over, but they still haven't quite adjusted to the lack of abilities. Baker Mayfield, like we said, he's had an off year. He really hasn't gotten going. Right now he is at 68% completion rate, 2,132 yards, 15 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Those aren't bad numbers, but they aren't Baker Mayfield numbers.
No, they're not Baker numbers, and but you're going to see him get better, I believe, as the game goes on.
Right with the handoff, right within a ton of space, tries to get to the outside, but still a gain of about 12 there for Wright.
Yeah, tough. The Cowboys were in a double A gap blitz there, and it looked like they were able to just get man-on-man blocking and get Wright untouched into the secondary.
Good opening run there for Cleveland. Maybe we'll see a lot of offense here. Single back dice slot here. Wright still in the backfield. Mayfield drops back to throw. Goes to the outside, has his man Neals. Nice spin move and tries to juke back outside, but a nice open field tackle by Jackson. And nice gain of 10 there, but I thought he was going to hit that seam route by the tight end that was wide open pretty much right from the snap.
Yeah, I was looking at the same thing. That would have been a big play if he hit him, but he took the safe thing in the out route, gets him into a manageable 3rd and 1. You're going to get Wright the ball here.
2nd and inches, single back set again. 2 wide receivers split out wide to the left. Handoff to Wright. Up the middle, gets stuffed by Thomas. Thomas in the backfield almost immediately stops him for a loss of about half a yard, but brings up a big 3rd and 1.
Yeah, big block shed there, just able to stuff him. And I think everybody knew he was getting the ball. I thought it was 3rd, but it was 2nd down. But still, he's the guy, that this offense is going through right now. So you're going to see a lot of Justin Wright in the big situations.
And here he might be again, a 3rd and 1. This is where he shines, get this extra yard. You try to have to trust him here if you're Cleveland. Let's see what they do. Pretty big 3rd and 1 earlier in this game. Pistol spread set. Dallas looks like they're trying to send the blitz here. Let's see if they do. Mayfield changed some things up. Dallas shifted now. Nobody covering the slot receiver to the left there. That's Neal. Let's see if they key into that. Wright with the handoff to the outside. Wright with space. And Wright spin moves and keeps going. Nice. Oh, it breaks another tackle. Wright is going to keep on going. Justin Wright with a huge carry of his own gets to the 27-yard line. Big carry on a big spot there for Justin Wright.
Yeah, really big run. Like you said, nobody was covering that slot receiver. He could have hit that for an easy 1st down, but he liked that stretch play there, and he hits it, and Wright gets them a ton of yards.
1st and 10, pistol bunch set. Mayfield fakes the snap. Let's see what he does now. Takes it. Mayfield, pressure coming, scrambles a little bit, tucks it down deep. Tucks it down short to Wright. Gets hit hard. Gets to the 21-yard line, gain of 6 there. Mayfield likes to do that. He doesn't have that escape artist anymore, but he likes to just move around and kind of improvise and make things happen and see if he can try and take a shot deep. He's always looking deep down the field. That time makes a smart decision and checks it down.
Yeah, really smart decision, but Baker's still showing why he's one of the best in the XCFL. Just great athleticism in the pocket, able to move.
2nd and 4, pistol set again. Mayfield the throw, has a drag wide open. Not going there, going deep to Samuel. Oh, and he gets hit hard. And Van Der Esch is there to pick it up. Still going and gets brought down at the 15-yard line. Wow. Curtis Samuel, ex-Panthers, makes a nice catch, but unable to get down as Jalen Smith just absolutely nails him in the middle of the field and forces that fumble.
Yeah, and you know what? This is kind of bringing back memories for me. I had a big game against the Redskins one time, and Curtis Samuel did the same thing. Sometimes he loses that ball over the middle of the field when he's got guys popping him.
And a nice user swat there as Josh Allen trying to take a shot deep in double coverage to Noah Fant, just trying to get it away as he had pressure in his face. I believe Myles Garrett was in his face. But a nice user swat there brings up a 2nd and 10. And here's where he's going to have to be able to progress here. If he wants to take control of this game at home, he's going to have to score on this possession. Some points, a field goal, obviously a touchdown would be ideal, but a field goal at the very least to kind of keep the pressure on this Tosh offense. Allen back to throw. Oh, and a bad throw. Alston with the interception, and that'll give the ball right back to Cleveland, right where they just lost it. Costly interception by Josh Allen.
Yeah, and where two plays, you just get the ball back, and your big running back doesn't get the ball either time. Very surprising to
Yeah.
see, and we praise him, the running back, and he just doesn't get the ball there.
1st and 10, bubble route, wide open, hits Neal. Neal with some space. Can he get to the end zone? He cannot, but a nice tackle gets him out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Yeah, going back to that possession, I was just going to say the one thing they need to do to get this drive going is to get it going through Mills. That's what their last drive got going through was Mills with a big run by him. And then, they don't run to him at all. They throw try to go for two chunk plays through the air and miss on both. Two costly throws. And here the Cleveland Browns are trying to take control of this game. Right to the outside, walks in for a touchdown just like that. 3-play swing, the Browns are into the end zone for 6.
Yeah, just like that, you're in a tie ball game. You had all the momentum in the world, and you're kind of slipping it away. You gotta, if you're the Dallas Cowboys, you gotta give the ball to Carl Mills here. It's got to be the Carl Mills show. You let Josh Allen just, complete little passes down the field, but you got to get the ball to Mills once or twice each time. Each time you get a first down.
And what's crazy to me is that if you look up and down on the Browns depth chart, they have Myles Garrett and they have pretty much not much else on that defensive line besides him. They have some younger guys who could develop later, but other than that, they don't really have anybody. And the linebacker core is subpar. Their best player in the linebacker core is Isaac Houston, who's an 82 overall. And then it's their secondary, which is stacked. So what's the best way to beat that team is to run the ball, and you're built on that. So let's see what they do here. Play action. Allen looking deep. He has a corner out, though, and Noah Fant is wide open. Allen with a nice throw there, hit him with the play action, then goes deep. But, they got to get Carlos Mills going. You just got to think that those chunk plays aren't going to be there much longer.
Exactly, and hey, you have faith in Josh Allen. You guess you give him his shots, but again, let this thing go through Carl.
1st and 10, handoff to Mills. Blitz is coming. Mills still able to wiggle free there for a gain of 1.
That's kind of, I think, the Browns are kind of tuned into what the Cowboys are doing. They run the football, they bring in that blitz to stop it, and then they kind of know when they're going to pass, and they drop back into coverage. It seems like they got a really good idea.
Single back, deuce close set here. Mills gets the carry, stretch play to the outside. Mills gives it a lot of space here, able to get a nice few yards there, gets to the 46-yard line. That'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. But, these guys go way back. They were both in DHU together. They have 6 or 9, years of playing Madden together. So Tosh knows what Van's going to do. Tosh is a very smart user, and he's very good on the sticks as well. So he knows a little bit about what Van's going to do. I think he's just trying to go against that by passing the ball more earlier there with Josh Allen, at least on that second possession where he turned the ball over. But he's got to get back to what works, and that's the running game.
Exactly, and that again, you see him take a shot with Josh Allen there, and it's kind of risky. You're really rolling the dice when you're throwing the ball against Josh Allen, especially against this defense with this secondary. So again, we're kind of beating it home, but you see Carl Mills get the football more and try to avoid the stars like Greedy Williams in the secondary.
Exactly, but a nice throw there by Davis to Davis over the middle, makes another nice catch in traffic. But if Allen's going to make these throws, he's certainly capable of doing that. This defense isn't foolproof. It's got to be the perfect read and against the perfect coverage. This time here hits Noah Fant, sees the blitz all the way, hits Noah Fant. That's exactly what you're going to have to do. Hit those plays short. It has to be the perfect read. It has to be a quick read if you're going to win this game.
Yep, and I think he won the chess match there a little bit. He knew the blitz was coming. He got himself a route that he can complete easily before it gets there. That's a really good job by Josh Allen and Van.
1st and 10, single back bunch to the right here. Mills gets the handoff up the middle. Mills with a nice little bit of space there. Oh, and a nice open field tackle by the user there. Gets him down for only a gain of 6, but he had one man to beat, and that was Hemingway making a nice open field tackle.
Yeah, if he beats him, he's walking into the end zone, and that's a good run. 2nd and 4, you're in front of the chains now. That's where you want to be if you're the Dallas Cowboys. Get yourself in front of the chains each down.
2nd and 4, single back dice slot here. Browns playing press coverage right now. Allen taking his time, changing some things up. Man in motion, that's Davis. They snap the ball. Allen back to throw. Allen going to the end zone. Ooh, risky throw there. Trying to hit Metcalf. Good luck with that. One-on-one against Denzel Ward, though.
Yeah, that's that's DK versus Denzel Ward, and I think Denzel Ward's going to win that one every time. He's the best corner in the XCFL. He's proven it for years and years. And DK just aging, not able to to make that play, and not a great throw by Josh Allen.
Yeah, and he had Davis on that drag route wide open as soon as he snapped it. He just kind of was looking deep there. Trusted DK Metcalf maybe a little bit too much. 3rd and 4, handoff to Mills up the middle. Oh, what a nice tackle there. Stops him just short of that first down marker. And 4th and 1, you leaving your offense on the field here?
No, it looks like he's he might probably bring the field goal kicker out. It kind of seems, and I think that's a smart decision. Take some points, get yourself a lead here.
And he does, and he kicks a field goal. It's up and good. But going back to that 3rd down play there, that was Carl Mills against a sub linebacker safety. You'd expect him to be able to at least stand him up a little bit and nudge forward for at least a yard, but a great tackle there by that safety.
Yeah, really good tackling. Really, just you know where the sticks are. You put yourself there, and you don't let him fall forward. And you didn't let Carl Mills fall forward. And Mills has been doing that for a few years now. Is one of the best in the league of getting those extra yards. So a really big stop by the Browns.
Let's see how they answer now. Single back set, 2 wide receivers to the right. That's Samuel in the slot. Randolph split out wide. Play action. Mayfield back to throw. Has the out route. That's Samuel with some space. Turns the corner and tries to spin back inside. Nice bit of open field tackling there. But Baker Mayfield, 5 for 5 for 66 yards. Has had a nice first half here so far.
Yeah, really doing a great job of completing everything. And you're not going to be able to cover Curtis Samuel and man in those situations. He's just too quick. You probably got to play some zone and not try to man up Samuel. If you're going to man him up, keep somebody over the top of him.
Or maybe user him at least. 1st and 10, single back deuce close. Mayfield back to throw again with plenty of time. Finds a drag route finally to Randolph. Randolph, he steps out of bounds, but dodges that whiff stick there. And it looked like he had a lot of green grass in front of him, but still steps out. It's a nice gain of 13, though.
Yeah, really, you're seeing a lot of attempts at hit sticks here by Van. He's trying to, cause a fumble, get some turnovers, and it's cost him a bunch of yards so far.
Yeah, definitely. 1st and 10, right up the middle. Oh, that time lands a hit stick. Jalen Smith again, just dominating right now with those hit sticks. Knocks Justin Wright back. You don't see that often from with that running back either. He's also one of the star-studded running backs in this game. But Jalen Smith, his second big hit stick.
Yeah, Jalen Smith's going to hit some guys, and very surprising to see Wright get hit like that though. He hasn't been beaten up like that in a pretty long time in this league.
2nd and 8 here, Wright in the pistol set. Handoff to Wright, long handoff delay, and he has to pay for that. He gets just to the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of 1 there. Not sure what the play call was there, but at least I think Van saw that all the way.
Yeah, nobody blocked the outside linebacker there, and he was able to get into the backfield and then stop that for a big loss. So 3rd and 8, 10-7 game with about 3 minutes to go in the first half. This is a big play for this Dallas defense and for the Browns to keep pace here.
Got to get off the field here if you're the Cowboys. 3rd and 8, shotgun set. Right to Mayfield's left here, 3 wide receivers. Right in motion. Still in motion. Mayfield takes the snap, throws it quick to Wright. Wright with space, and he gets the first down and a little bit more there. What a read there. Notice the blitz was coming and gets it to his check down and just lets him do the rest, and he gets a nice first down there.
Yeah, and you can't do that against Tosh. You got to disguise that a little bit and not let him know it's coming. He's going to tear you apart if you're going to just show him exactly what you're doing in that situation.
1st and 10, 2 running backs in the backfield, Barry and Wright. Barry in motion now, to left to right, handoff to Wright. Right up the middle, wiggles free and gets about 6 there. Nice gain of 6 to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, really good game there. And, hey, burning a lot of clock, not giving Dallas a chance to maybe score here, if they get the ball back. If you can get a touchdown and go in the lead, you got to be feeling pretty good.
2nd and 4, shotgun set, Barry in the backfield, 3 wide receivers. RPO, handoff to Barry. Barry up the middle, gets stopped immediately. Another 3rd down. This Dallas team has got to get off the field in these 3rd downs. One thing that Tosh excels at is this 3rd down offense.
Yeah, really good on 3rd down, really good at seeing. And the Dallas is going with this double A-gap look on 3rd down each time. And it seems like, Tosh is just tearing that apart.
Yeah. 3rd and 3, tight formation. Still that same nickel double gap look for Van. They drop back, though. No blitz. Looking. Has his man Randolph for an easy first down. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Yeah, he's got to get out of that nickel double A-gap formation there. It's too easy to pick apart if you know what you're doing, and Tosh certainly knows what he's doing.
Exactly. You can't give a guy like Tosh that, able to see that, that easily.
First and 10, trips to the right here. RPO, hits right up the middle, but gets stuffed by Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith has had a very nice afternoon here. Another big tackle there, stops him just behind the line of scrimmage. Second and 10, but this clock is still winding down. They got to get off the field here, man.
And they do, and you're gonna hopefully get the ball back if you're the Cowboys, and the Cleveland just needs to not turn the ball over and get some type of points.
Another big stop here, trying to go for this speed option rather, with Mayfield going out wide, but Bradley Chubb saw that all the way and just tackles Mayfield right away. 3rd and 13. Had issues getting off the field. They call their timeout. They're banking on the stop here. Mayfield back to throw. Mayfield to the back of the end zone. Oh, Randolph had it above everybody, but isn't able to hold on to it. Looked like he had it for a second, but a nice defense to close it on it. They're gonna have to kick this field goal.
Yeah, Randolph really should have came down with that thing. We should be looking at a 14-10 game here, but he doesn't. Dallas was able to pop him as he catches the foot. His attempts to catch the football, and that's a huge stop. 10-10 right now. Look to see what Dallas does. Do they chuck the ball and possibly score or get a turnover? Or do they just kind of run the ball out? The clock out here.
Well, one thing that's I think they could have some success with here is their ability to run the ball, especially if they try and spread them out a little bit and just let Mills take advantage of that spread defense that Browns try to match with. If they try to pass the ball, I don't think they have the weapons to really pick apart this secondary or this get around this pass rush. But we'll see what happens here. 1st and 10. Mills in the backfield, pistol set here. Allen to throw. Allen, screen pass, doesn't get it away, and there's Castro able to scoop it up, and now the Browns are back with another turnover that gets them into the red zone area.
And that's 2 now, and again the Cowboys just seem to be doing too much. They're frustrated, and you can't give a user like Tosh the ball at the 20-yard line twice.
1st and 10, single ace close here. Mayfield changes some things up. Cowboys showing blitz. They come with it. Play action. Mayfield looking to the end zone. The receiver gets hung up trying to hit that deep crosser. Looked like he might have had him there, but unfortunately gets hung up on the traffic. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, and that looked like it could have been an easy touchdown on that play if he doesn't get hung up on his own, on his own guy. But Cowboys out right after they turn the ball over, they come with the blitz. Tosh recognized it, and that could have really been an easy touchdown.
Cowboys maybe get away with one there. Tight set again for the Browns, right in the backfield. Baker changes some things up. Now takes snap. Blitz is coming again. It gets home, but gets it down to right. Nice check down. The last second still gets to the 10-yard line. That's what Baker to do, man. He's able to see that pressure quickly and knows where his checkdowns are. And that probably would have been a sack against pretty much any other quarterback, but he's able to get away and still get 4 yards.
Yeah, does a really good job there of hitting his check down.
3rd and 6 here. What'll Mayfield do? Mayfield to his check down. Benedict, but a nice open field tackle by Moore. That'll stop him before the marker of the gain. They're going to take another field goal. So at least a good stop there by the defense. Not calling their timeout. Maybe they haven't trusted their offense.
Yeah, if you're Dallas here, you just got to run the football. Maybe even knee the ball out here because you're struggling when you drop back to pass in any situation. So surprised to see the Cleveland Browns not run the clock down there. So there was no time left. Maybe they're thinking they could force a turnover here on defense.
Yeah, maybe. Their defense has forced 2 already, and all resulting from a poor Josh Allen read or holding on to the ball too long in the last one that resulted in a fumble. And what's bad is that I like the screen call there to Mills. He just didn't get it off in time.
Yeah, it might have been a big play if he was able to complete it, but he just, he was very slow in his drop back, not getting himself enough depth, and the Cleveland defensive line is pretty quick, and he was able to just get right in his face.
And that'll be the end of the first half. 13-10. Dallas is hanging in there, but they got to pick things up and make a few better decisions. Have turned the ball over twice and give the Browns a chance in the red zone both times.
Yeah, and we have an enormous drive here. Cleveland, if they can go up 10, really sitting in the driver's seat against the poor Dallas pass offense. But if Dallas can get a stop and again get back to Carl Mills running the football, they're in this game. So let's see if very interesting if Baker and company try to pound the rock here with Ryder, if they try go for the jugular and really try to take this game over.
First and 10. Strong wing set here for Mayfield. Mayfield play action again. Makes everybody miss, and Samuel is open deep on that zigzag route. Sorry,
Yeah,
out and up. Yeah, go ahead.
hits it on the out and up on a huge play. And great job of Baker of aborting the play action and just getting the ball off on the run there. A really impressive throw by him.
Cowboys defense playing very aggressive. A lot of blitzing right now, and they're making him pay for it. It's right to the outside. Tons of space. Ebucam misses a spin move to the inside, and he is gone. Justin Wright doing what he does best. Shifty move, and he walks into the end zone.
Yeah, and I going for the jugular, and they really did. 2 plays, and they're in the end zone to go up 10. And again, like you just said, they're blitzing almost every play. You can't do that against a top user like Tosh and leave them down. They're going to tear you apart if you just try to send 7 or 8 every time. And they just did that. Really, really impressive stuff by them on that drive.
Yeah, against a user like that, they're going to be able to see the blitz pre-snap or even not pre-snap, know where the checkdowns are once they notice the blitz is coming. And you just can't do that. If you're going to blitz against them, it's got to be very few and far between unless they just don't have the weapons. And Tosh definitely has the weapons with guys like Samuel and Wright, like you saw there. You gotta be able to mix that blitz up a little bit more against a guy like that. You're right.
Definitely, and they come back right here. Dallas tries to run the football, and they get stopped. And I've noticed they've ran at Myles Garrett a few more times than they probably should. If I'm them, I'm running the ball away from Myles every play, making him have to make plays from behind, not directly at him.
2nd and 9, single back set here. Allen back to throw. No. Oh, almost intercepted. Tried to force it again to Fant. Nothing open at all. Rushed that throw. Nothing open, and almost gets another turnover.
Yeah, I like to see Josh use his legs there. The middle of the field was wide open. He could have ran for a first down if he wanted to, but he didn't. He's very rattled in the pocket again.
3rd and 9, single back. Bunch to the right here. Back to throw again is Allen. Allen trying to look for that wheel out. He's got it, but a bad throw, but he still catches it anyway. What a catch there by Davis. That looked like he could have been gone for 6 if he puts that a little bit more in front of him, but he's lucky to still be able to come up with that.
Yeah, Allen tried to put that on the right shoulder, and if he doesn't do that, he's probably walking in the end zone. But their cornerback, I believe that was Greedy Williams, his speed to recover there was very impressive.
Play action. Allen looking deep again to Metcalf, and a nice bat down by Denzel Ward. He is really testing these corners a lot right now.
He's testing them, and they are passing with an A+. They are playing absolutely incredible defense right now. And, again, the front 7 is really doing a good job of stopping Carl Mills. So Dallas is going to have to pull something out of their behind here because they're really struggling.
Single back trio here. Mills in the backfield. Brown showing blitz, and they come with it. Feet cut out, but Davis is able to come up with that. I think he has a first down. Nice comeback route there, I believe.
Yeah, that was a big he hit him on the curl route, and that was a really good time throw by Allen. He got it any later, and that thing's picked off, or he probably gets hit and fumbles.
Great call there, but Davis is able to make another big catch for them. He's been big for them so far.
Interesting camera angle.
10. Hate this camera angle as Mills gets a nice carry. Gets a gain of 8 there. Carlos has had a nice day, but it's been that chunk play that's kind of got him in those yardage totals as he's 11 for 74 and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's doing all right now. He's kind of starting to pound the rock, it looks like.
Oh, geez, Tosh. Enough with these camera angles. There we go. All right, Mills up the middle. Nice carry again by Mills. Gets a gain of 10. There's the Carl Mills that we were wanting to see this whole game.
Yeah, I mean, they're really starting to get the ball going on the ground. And, if you do that, you make Josh Allen's job easier. And that's what this is all about.
Exactly.
Let him complete easy passes. Let this offense run through him. And it's a 20-10 game. You don't have to start forcing. You can keep running the football, get yourself back in it.
Still plenty of time. Good call there. 1st and 10. Allen back to throw. Blitz is coming. Allen checks it down to Davis. A little bit of a late read there as Greedy Williams was closing in. Incomplete.
Yeah, and like you said, he's testing these 2 corners, some of the best in the XCFL for a long time, and they really are just doing an incredible job. He's able to play man coverage, shut down, Davis and Metcalf, and it's been a tough day for those 2.
2nd and 10. Single back, deuce close here for Allen. Allen hands off to Mills. Mills tries to get to the outside, but another tackle there by Myles Garrett. He's running right at him, and Myles Garrett has answered the call almost every time. Beats a double team that time.
Yeah, I believe Miles Garrett has 5 tackles already. You're running directly at maybe the best defensive lineman slash outside linebacker in the XCFL. Run the ball to the other side. Don't test him. No, don't let him make plays.
3rd and 7. Single back set still. Allen back to throw. Allen looking to the end zone, and it's batted away. Testing those corners again. Davis Lee's able to get a hand on it. It's going to force a field goal, but still, it's a successful drive for them. You'd like to see them get in the end zone, but at least it streaks the lead to 1 touchdown again.
Yeah, 2013, you're still in the game. You got your running game going a little bit. So there were positives on that drive. Again, if you're the Cowboys, you got to stop testing Ward. You got to stop testing Greedy Williams, and you got to stop testing Myles Garrett. You can run the ball away from them, and you can throw the ball where those two aren't. And right now, they're not doing that, and that's what's stopping them from getting in the end zone.
Good call there. 20-13. Barry back to receive. He's going to take this out of the end zone. Barry, a lot of space here. Gets brought down, though, the 24-yard line. One thing, though, the Dallas defense has kind of been put in a bad spot. The last drive, they had 2, very well dialed up chunk plays there, and they've been blitzing a lot. If they kind of play a little bit more passive and force Baker to make the mistakes that he's kind of made this year, play some more coverage, not test Samuel so much in the blitzer right, they might have some more success. Let's see what they do on this drive. Neal in motion to the right. I-form formation. Dallas backs off now. Still loading that box. Mayfield surveying, changed some things again. Mayfield, handoff up the middle. That's right. He's brought down immediately in the backfield. Loss of 1. Justin Wright dropped behind his line of scrimmage, and that guy was in there tranquil almost immediately.
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield, there was an 8-man box there, and he had 5, he had 3 receivers, only 5 offensive linemen, and he was outnumbered. He audible to the run. Not a good decision by Baker.
2nd 11, another nickel double A gap blitz look here. They come with it, blocked immediately, and then Benedict is reaping the benefits. Easy, still running, spins, and he is still running. Gets brought down at the 24-yard line. Nice little bit open field moves there by Benedict, but again, that blitz, that zero blitz is not going to work if he's able. If Tosh is able to see it right away, and he is. He's not disguising any of these blitzes, and he's getting. He's had to pay for all of them.
Yeah, he's making this way too easy on a user like Tosh. Everything's wide open right now, and it's just you gotta play some different defenses.
1st and 10. Mayfield to the anchor route, has right, easy completion there. Tranquil able to stop him, but Mayfield right now 13 for 15 for 200 yards. Probably his best game of the year so far, and he really hasn't had to work for much of it. Dallas is giving him a lot of easy stuff right now.
Yeah, Dallas is coming out. That was a 3-receiver formation from the Cowboys, and Dallas came out in their bare defense. And you just don't have guys on the field to cover to cover those receivers and running backs there. We're not doing the right things here in Dallas on defense.
8-yard run by Wright gets to the outside, and they came with another zero blitz there, but didn't contain the edges and let Wright get to the outside again. 2nd and 2, shotgun formation. Dallas showing blitz again, and they come with it. Mayfield with time to the end zone, and it's caught by Neal for a touchdown. A little bit of a late throw in behind him, but still able to make the catch there for a Cleveland touchdown.
Yeah, hell of a catch by Neal there, honestly. Ball thrown behind. Baker had pressure right in his face, so it still got the ball to him. And again, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz, and that's right now is Dallas is dying by it. They haven't mixed it up enough. They made it way too easy on this Cleveland offense to get the ball down the field, and they're still in the ball game if they can score a touchdown here, but they got to start mixing it up more defensively.
And their offense hasn't helped their defense out, but when their defense has been in position to make a stop where the Cleveland had to drive the field, they've let them do that, and that's what's really made the difference for them right now. They only had 1 turnover, and that came off a big hit by Jalen Smith. And other than that, their defense has been gashed. Mills to the outside, though. Mills jukes back inside. Nice run there by Mills. Carl Mills starting to get going. If they have a chance, it's going to go through Carl Mills.
Yep, there you go, Mills. Get him the football, get him downfield, and let him make plays.
Pistol 8 set here. Hand off to Mills, up the middle, nothing there. This time runs away from Myles Garrett's side, but a nice open field tackle by the linebacker. Gets a gain of 1.
Yeah, tough read on the zone there. If he had just, went outside for C gap, he might have been out the gate, but he tries to hit it up the B, and there was the linebacker right in his face.
John Castro there, able to make a nice stop. That's what's really hurt him, because then they try and pass it on the 2nd and long there, and that's when they've come into issues. Let's see what they do. Pistol, they do pass it. Allen the throw to the middle. He's got Perry there. Makes a nice catch in traffic. but still just short of the first down marker, I believe he is. It's going to bring up a 3rd and inches.
Yeah, and they've really been trying to throw the ball over the middle of the field on these 2nd and 10s, and haven't had much success, but they were able to get it, make it work on that one.
3rd and inches, strong close formation. Browns loading this box. They're trying to play for Carl Mills. Hand off to the fullback, and Ragland's able to put his shoulder down, at least get a gain of 2 and the first down. Nice call there for the fullback dive.
Yeah, nice job there. Honestly, he fell forward there, went with the fullback trap, and he's able to make a play there. And it looks like Cleveland trying to get a stop here, trying to put pressure on them, really getting after it with their defense.
They know if their defense can make a stop here, force a turnover, that might put this one away the way their offense has been playing. Mills. Oh, Mills! He had a huge gap if he just went towards where the hole was designed to go, and he probably would still be running, but tries to cut it back inside even more and gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and then Cleveland went with 2 straight blitz there, and the difference between Cleveland and Dallas right now is Dallas didn't recognize it, and they went with the run. If they had audibled into something different, they might have had a big play.
2nd 11, Allen back to throw. To the outside, gets his man Mills, who hangs on, I believe he does, and still is able to get about 6 there. Carl Mills showing his effectiveness in the passing game as well.
Yeah, Mills is a good receiver. No, not as shifty as Christian McCaffrey or anything like that, but he catches the ball out of the backfield. He's made some plays for this Dallas team.
3rd and 4, shotgun set. DBs are pressing this line of scrimmage, challenging these receivers. Allen changed some things up. Allen back to throw. With time over the middle, and it's intercepted easily by Kincaid. Not sure what Allen saw there, got to be honest.
Yeah, Allen has been forcing the ball in the middle of the field, and that is the 3rd time he's gotten picked off. He's just trying to hit Fan over the middle, and it just hasn't worked. Really just an absolute tough day for Josh.
Yeah, it's been, I think right now it's like the psychological effect of having a Myles Garrett on the other side. He's become very trigger happy because of him. And it's forced him into some bad turnovers. It was a big play by Wright. Wright to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Justin Wright, his 3rd of the day, I believe. And he is on fire right now for Cleveland.
Yeah, Justin Wright has opened this game up for the Cleveland Browns, and it's 34-13. It looks like it might be done. A game that was really close gets really fast to a blowout when you turn the ball over and you kind of let your defense just try to go after the quarterback and blitz every time. He was just doing too much, and Cleveland reaped the benefits of that.
If we go back to just after halftime, as we're just about to start the 4th quarter here, if we go back to just after halftime, the score is 13-10 Cleveland, with them getting the ball first. Since then, they've scored 21 points in just about a quarter and a little bit more. And you're right. It's those turnovers that have really been the difference in this one.
Yeah, the turnovers are going to kill you, and we've seen Josh Allen live on primetime do that once before, and he's having a repeat performance today.
A nice throw there to Metcalf, but again, that looked like the DB kind of watched that there. That probably should have been picked off, but Metcalf able to get over top of that and at least get a nice gain there up to the 43-yard line. Yeah,
a little bit of a gift there. That thing definitely should have been picked off, and that would have been kind of poetic justice there if it was.
1st and 10. Allen back to throw again. Goats hits that comeback route again out of the same formation. That's Davis with the catch. Davis had a quietly nice day for Dallas despite the turnovers. 5 receptions for 70 yards, and I think he has a touchdown as well.
Yeah, Davis has had a good day, and but when he's had to go one-on-one with these corners down the field, he just hasn't been able to have any success.
And they are manning this. They are pressing the line of scrimmage right now, sending the blitz, and they do. Allen with time, going deep to Poindexter. Is that his name, really?
Yeah.
But incomplete. Nothing open there for Allen.
Quincy Poindexter, former NBA player. I believe that's his cousin, and he was not able to make the play against those 2 really good cornerbacks.
They are just pressing this line of scrimmage. They are really challenging these wide receivers, and Mills gets the handoff and has had a nice day, but not anything that's carried the team like the other side. Justin Wright kind of has for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, no, Carl Mills been very quiet, but it's kind of because they've thrown the ball way too much and way too often, way too early. Haven't really given Mills a chance to get going.
3rd and 6, pressing the line of scrimmage again. Allen back to throw. Goes looking to that corner route. Fant tries to hold it in, but good coverage all the way around. That's one thing like a secondary like Tosh's can let you do is just play press coverage and make their receivers try and play better than your cornerbacks. And thus far, Dallas's receivers are just not getting open.
No, they're not. They're really struggling, and this game seems to be well in hand. The Browns might be able to go down and score here, and it really big game for the Browns after beating an 8-2 Dallas team, or possibly beating an 8-2 Dallas team. They're now going to go to 8-3, be tied with the Denver Broncos at the top of the AFC playoff race, and for a team that lost its first two, that's pretty big. They have won a bunch of games and have a lot of momentum going into the second half of the year now.
As Josh Allen throws his third interception, nothing open again, hits Greedy Williams right in the chest, and Greedy Williams is off to the races there. But yeah, like you said, this is pretty safe to say a win for the Cleveland Browns, and it was a great team win. They didn't turn the ball over except for a monster hit by Jalen Smith, which you really can't avoid too much. Other than that, Baker Mayfield's been perfect. I think he has 2 incompletions, maybe. I think it might even be 1. I'm not sure, but he's over 200 yards there. Justin Wright has really just made big play after big play for them, and they've converted on all their opportunities, and they haven't given up many opportunities on the other side of the ball either.
Yeah, really great job by them, and they this is the classic Tosh classic Browns. Baker just being on fire. They're running the football well, and up 34-13. It looks like they got some of the backups in. They're trying the triple option. A little something different here in Cleveland.
Yeah, but it gets stopped immediately. Lamb in the backfield, able to make that stop. 3rd and 9 coming up. All right, so after this 3rd and 9, let's look at around the league and see what's going on there, since this one is a little bit out of hand. Rich gets the handoff and stumbles, tries to get 3. Looked like he did for a second, but kept stumbling. They're going to probably kick this field goal and pretty much put this thing away. All right, so looking around the league here, at least for the AFC side of things, let's start there. Tosh is going to improve to 8-3, and now he's going to be tied with the Denver Broncos at the top of the conference. Behind them, Jets at 7-4, Patriots at 7-4 as well. Then a bunch of teams at 5 losses and 6 wins. Let's see, Colts are 6-5, Bengals 6-5, Dolphins 6-5, Titans are 5-5, Jags are 5-5, Baltimore are 5-6, and Texans are 5-6. So there's a bunch of teams there that are all right in the thick of the playoff race for AFC. Much different than the NFC picture.
Yeah, really a lot different. And I'd like to give a shout out to the Bengals. They've really struggled this cycle, haven't had a winning season yet, and they're sitting at 6-3 with a shot to get in as a wild card. And with the AFC South, probably with going to be an 8-8 record to win that division, or a 9-7 record, the Bengals got a serious shot, and that would be a huge turnaround. And that's props to them for righting that ship, because that thing was going down for a long time.
Yeah, and Bengals have played well this season, but they definitely have to pull this thing together and really finish out strong, because right now they're sitting at the 6th seed. Patriots will have the first wild card if things were to fall right now and they get in the playoffs right now. Patriots would have the first wild card and Bengals would have the second. So they definitely have a nice shot here, like you said, but there's a bunch of teams sniffing right at their tails to try and get that last wild card spot. It's definitely not set in stone for them. They got to keep winning games.
Yeah, not set in stone, but they got a shot. And I think if I was to guess, though, the team that would slip in at the 6 is probably the Miami Dolphins. Really good user. Started off the season kind of hot. Faltered a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised to see them finish around 10-6 and slip into that 6th wild card spot.
Now on the other side of the NFC, we have the 10-1 Bucks just lost to the Cardinals. The 9-2 Panthers, 9-2 Redskins, 9-2 Cardinals. The now 8-3 Cowboys, 8-3 Packers. And then the 7th seed being the 7-4 Seattle Seahawks, and also Nick's still kind of in the mix at 6-5. What do you think shakes out there?
Yeah, I mean, this is really interesting. You got to think the Bucks, the Cardinals, and the Packers are locked in. The Packers got nobody in their division sniffing them. The Redskins probably take game 2 from Dallas. I believe they hadn't played yet this season. I'm not positive on that, but I'll take a peek at it. But you got to think the Redskins are going to take the division, and with another game against the Cowboys coming up, that's a fact. And I got to think the Seahawks probably are the last man out here. The Niners might be able to fight back for a chance, but it looks like this. If things continue, this is probably going to be the top 6.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty safe to assume. Now, one thing I would say, the Seahawks have had a quietly very good season. Their defense has been lackluster, but they're 7-4. They beat some good teams. I think they beat Wings once. I think they might have beat Nick. They've played well within their division. They played well within the conference. They really 7-4. It just seems like it's just not going to be good enough though this year.
Yeah, the Panthers play the Seahawks in the upcoming weeks, though. They got a shot to beat some teams going forward here. To give them a good shot if they can, if they can beat the Panthers, if they can beat, they also got a game against the Niners again and the Jets. So they have some tough games ahead. But if they can win against the stretch of Jets, Niners, and Panthers coming up, actually they just beat the Jets. So now if they can win the next two against the Niners and Panthers, they got a really good shot to finish 12-4 and make it in.
Definitely, definitely. I think what's really interesting about the NFC South, NFC division or conference, sorry, excuse me, is that the top 16s. I think you mentioned it before. They have a combined losses of what is it? 1, 2, 4,
But
6, 8, 9, 12 losses combined for the top six. That's insane.
yeah, and before they just played each other a bunch. Before this week, it was 8 losses between the top six, and a lot of those losses are between the top six. So right now there is a pretty big gap there. The Seahawks are kind of sitting, right behind that gap, and the Niners are always right there. And most years they're in that top six. So you got really 8 teams here. That are really battling it out and are going to have to finish with very strong records to make it. And that's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun finish for the NFC. Probably a fun little playoff race as well. As there's a bunch of teams that are right at the top there, like we are just saying, that could really probably be any of the other ones at any given time. Just the way it depends on how the game falls. But this game looks like it's just about over as Hearns is in there now, in the victory formation, taking a knee. Brian, who is your player of the game today?
I got to give it to Baker. He really struggled, early in the season. Also, we said coming in the game, 15 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, not a great ratio. But really, he had like 3 incompletions when the game mattered. Into the third quarter, just did a great job of picking apart that Dallas blitz, and Dallas made it easy on him. But in the NFL, nothing is actually easy, and he just did a great job of exploiting that.
Yeah, you got to give it to Baker Mayfield. I agree. I would say either him or Justin Wright, I think Baker Mayfield did a nice job of taking a step back this game and being more of a game manager and trusting his superstars to make the plays and not really making plays with his legs or improvising like he did in seasons past.
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of morphing into a pocket passer now that he's getting older, and really impressed with the way he was playing in that game. And if you got to give for Dallas, you got to say Josh Allen again. Gets a chance in prime time to put Dallas on the map and just falters incredibly. And that locker room's got to be tough with Carl Mills not getting the ball that much. They got to rebound from this game, and you had the big win against Jack and a big loss now against the Browns. So be interesting to see where they go from here.
Yeah, big win against Jack earlier in the season. I think they won that game 23-21. To score 23 points against that vaunted Jack defense is a pretty big feat in and of itself. And then you come here against Cleveland at home, trying to make a stand, and you do that. It's tough. It's definitely tough playing in a prime time environment, but you got to be able to do that at times if you're gonna really make runs in this league.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, good game between both guys. For both guys, they two good competitors, and we'll probably see these guys again in the playoffs.
Definitely probably see these guys again soon. But that's it from us tonight. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks Brian for joining me as well. Even I missed crazy storm going on for both of us, but we didn't lose power. Everything was good, and thanks everybody who did join us for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Later, guys.